Let's get to it then. Napkin holder. Napkin holder number 2, assembly and finish. Virtually identical to putting together your other one. What is that?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What? There we go. How embarrassing. The front one has the tallest part on the left. The back one will have it on the right. Beautiful. We sand it first because it's harder to sand the insides of it when it's assembled. Soften those corners, soften those edges. The smoother it gets, the better the sealer will apply. You might have to break a little sweat. Here's the highest point of this wall, the highest point of this wall. Open them up. These sides right here are the sides I'm going to sand. Okay then, you've got your sealer. Seal the inside left, the floor, and the inside right. We are professionals, slow as pro. We dip it. We gently scrape it on the sides, tilt it till we get to our project so we don't drip anything. Feather it out so there's no gloopy drips. Gloopy. Dip, scrape, tilt it. A final feather. Dip it, scrape it, tilt it. Boop, boop. Wait a minute. Yep, that's right. Dip it, scrape it, tilt it. Bring it to the project. Ah, easy peasy.
Candy from a baby.
Come back and seal the outside after it's finished. So until the meantime, so this doesn't get stiff and dried on with the sealer, gotta wash that cup. Agitate the brush, put it into the water. You may have noticed the water got cloudy. There is sealer on there. Clean water rinse. Give it a flick if I'm outside, and set this aside for now. If you have your parents' permission, you could conceivably use a hairdryer to speed dry this along so you can work on it within minutes instead of a couple hours or so. Insides and the floor are dry. This is the floor. Where do I nail? To get the piece you're going to go into, piece B, for a very, very light line, barely anything. Put it flush. Put pencil marks where I'm going to put it. Probably no more than 2 or 3. The seam is very porous, so you could just do 6 passes maybe. So when you run your bead of glue, the first bead you smooth out. Then I got my bead. Whoops, I gotta preset my nails. Where's my hammer? Where's my hammer? Preset those nails. The wall is flush. Drive them barely into the floor. And then I adjust it as I go. I feel it with my thumb. Make sure it's flush. And now that they're in a little bit to the floor, I'm gonna drive them home. Repeat the other side. That'd be about 6 strokes. Run the primary bead layer. Woohoo! This is the one you smooth out. You guys are getting familiar with it already. Oh yeah. Run my secondary glue layer. And I can set that aside. Oops. Make sure that the side that your walls are opposite. Here's the highest part of the other wall. And here's the highest part of the front wall. They are kind of like opposite angles of each other. Does that even make sense? Sink them just a little into the floorboard, just to keep it steady and to know you're flush. Now you drive them on home. That's right. Now we're going to take a little trip to Nail Set City. Nail Set City tonight. That's my version of every 80s metal song you've ever heard. Nail Set City. Here we come. Up. Nail Set City. Nail Set City tonight. Excess glue. Gotta go. Now at this point, check again. See if you got any rough edges you want to get rid of. The outsides, the tops, pretty much everywhere. If you do miss it, you can get in there. Everything except the bottom is sealed. You could speed dry it, or dryer if you have one, if you're allowed to. Only once the rest of it is dried can you then go seal the bottom. Let this sit for 24 hours, and you got yourself a napkin holder. Oh yeah! Yeah!
Now listen up. With your hammer, you've got the nail flush. And that means even with the surface of when you want to sink it past the surface of the wood, you get your nails set, and we take a little trip to Nail Set City tonight. Nail Set City tonight.